Hey guys, I'm back again for another video, and that is going to be a book review for The Rose and the Dagger by Renee Ahdieh. This book was such an amazing sequel and a great end to the duology. I was so glad it was just a duology because I don't think I could have waited another year for another book because everything in the story is amazing and I love everything. Seriously, I can't. And I love the cover. How pretty is the cover? And it's all blue and look, ready? I open up and look at that. Look at them in a little piggy. I love it. I seriously just can't even. This book was so good. I will warn you now guys, there is going to be spoilers in this book review because it is the second book. I don't really want to be spoiling you for the first book and I don't really want to be spoiling you for what happens in this book. So there will be spoilers in this, but I will tell you now that The Wrath and the Dawn, which is the first book, is about a girl named Shahrazad. She had a best friend who was recently killed by the king of Khorasan, which is the name of the city and land that she lives in. And the reason that her best friend Shazi died is because Khalid, the king, has been killing all his brides. He'd marry a girl and then by morning she'd be dead. And Shahrazad wanted to get revenge. So it's a story about how she tries to get revenge of him and tries to not be killed in the process because she doesn't understand why these brides are getting killed and she wants to find out. She wants to know what's going on. And it's a retelling of 1001 Arabian Nights and it's a really good retelling. Like I love it so much, this story, and it's a good part of my life that I seriously love, and everything about it is just amazing, and I just love this book world so much, and it's just, I can't. So, anyway, now on to what happens in this book. I really liked where the plot went. I thought it was really interesting, and everything was just like all over the joint, and I was loving it, and it was so intense. I was so confused for the majority of the book though, because I kind of thought that Khalid thought that Shahrazad was dead and he was like all really upset. That's why he was all upset and moody, because he thought she died in the big storm that happened at the end of the book. But no, that's not the case, because he didn't think she was dead. He was just letting her go, and that's why he was all sad. And I'm like, mate, no. I was actually really annoyed having this whole separation thing, because it's one of the tropes that I really hate is when, you know, couples are just together and then bam, they get separated. So Khalid's off in his kingdom, Shahrazad's off with Tariq. I can never say your name. Tariq. I'm pretty sure that's how you say his name. Tariq, who's like Shahrazad's first love and all that crap. But I was really annoyed that she had to be separated. But it was really interesting too though. We got to meet Shahrazad's sister Arsa. I'm pretty sure that's I love Renee Ahdieh and her stories, but she does so well giving people all these names that I can't pronounce. I barely get through Shahrazad and Khalid, and it's Tariq is Arsa, but it was really interesting meeting her sister as well, so that was an interesting aspect. And you know what, I got such Aladdin feels from this book because, you know, she had this magic carpet that she was sort of figuring out in the first book, and she really discovered that she could actually fly on it, and I was just like, Aladdin, and I'm just here thinking, whole new world. And I'm just like, please have a scene where Shahrazad and Khalid are on this carpet. But I seriously thought it was a little bit slow at the beginning when it was just her in the camp and her dad was all there clutching his book, or like, no one's taking my book from me. And her having a sister and then having Tariq there all being like, you know, you can't marry that dude because he's all weird. And it was just, so much was going on because there is seriously a war brewing. Tariq is really wanting this fight to happen and Khalid's all like, I don't want to fight, and all like everyone's wanting to rebel against him because he killed all the people and everyone doesn't trust him, and it's just so much political stuff happening in this book and so much, you know, rebelling, and just it was really interesting reading about it though. I really enjoyed that as well in this book. I really liked the introduction of the character Archie. He was so cool and he had powers as well, and he was trying to teach Shahrazad how to use her own powers, so I really enjoyed him. He's so funny too, and how he always played off people's like anger and emotions and was always having, I just had a lot of fun reading about him, and he definitely added a lot of fun to the story as well, which was very good because I always love it when you get those fun characters, you know. Yes. And also I was so happy when finally, you know, Shahrazad, she's on a carpet, she goes to Khalid, gets there, and then he's all like, no, and I was all like my heart's breaking. I seriously was so annoyed that he didn't want to be like near her at the beginning. He's all like, you know, you shouldn't be here. We can't be together anymore because you're gonna die. And then she's all like, mate, I'm fine. We're gonna be fine. And I really liked it how, you know, he was all trying to sit away from her, and then she's all trying to be like seductive, and she's all like only wearing a shirt and trying to be all like, yes, look at me, Khalid. I was so happy though when he finally broke his composure and then they kissed, and then, you know, they were all together and making love, and I was just like, And it was really pretty much the only scene that we got though that was more about them being together, and I was just like, damn it. I really wanted to see a lot more romance between them and I didn't get that. But this book really isn't heavily influenced by the romance, but I definitely wanted to see a bit more in the second book, so I didn't get that. So I was kind of upset, but I still was happy about that one scene. And we did get to see Khaled and Shahrazad on the magic carpet as they went and saw Archon, and oh my god, the discussion between Archon and Khaled was so funny because he was riffing him up and Khaled was all like, mate, I'm not fine. I just loved the play and how there was this humorous stuff added into the story, but I really enjoyed the interactions between Khaled and Archon, and it was just like winning of everything in the fun character world of... I really liked that, and it was really good too because I found out a way to break his curse. Because in the first book, Khaled had a curse inflicted on him by the father of his first bride, who he married as an arranged marriage, and she loved Khaled, but Khaled never really loved her. And even though, you know, he tried, he told her lies and tried to make her happy, and then she got pregnant, and then she lost the baby, and then she ended up killing herself. Her father, he inflicted the curse on Khaled, saying that he had to kill 100 brides in the same way, or 1,000 times the death would be taken onto his kingdom. And he didn't do it at first, but then bad things started happening, so he had to pick a lesser of two evils, and that was having to kill 100 people and not have everyone in his kingdom die. And I was so happy that that curse was broken, because with Shahrazad, he didn't kill her, so it just led everything to shit. But he loved her, so I was very happy that he didn't end up actually killing her, because that'd be really bad. But I seriously just, I was so happy that the curse broke. Like the whole time that he was all like, he had the book and he was getting it, and then he was starting to get like not even being able to do it, and then I was like, everything's gonna end up really bad, and I can't even. I was seriously worried that everything was gonna turn to shit, and it didn't, so I was very happy about that. But it was so just like, but it got better. It got better. I was happy about that. And oh my god, how intense was the scene when Tarakan was gonna, like, he saw Khaled and he shot him, and then Shahrazad jumped in front of the arrow and got it in the back, and it was just like, oh, she's gonna die. I was so worried that she was gonna die, and then Khaled afterwards was all like gonna kill Tarquin, and then it was just like, Tariq felt so bad about everything, and I'm just like, it was the most intense scene. And then Arma came in there and she's all like, mates, don't fight, you gotta save my sister. So it was really good they ended up all working together. I really enjoyed that Tariq and Khaled got to have a chance to have a discussion, and Tarquin saw that he actually isn't the bad person that everyone like perceives him as. And it was really good that they sort of had this small truce, and even Khaled even gave him a chance to kill him. He was all like, you have 3 chances to shoot me and I'm not going to stop you. You can do it if you want to right now, but I'm not going to stop you in this moment. But after that, all bets are off. And I was just like, Khaled, you were such a good guy, but he was going to kill you, mate. You don't want to die because you're my favourite. But I was seriously happy that they got that like small like sense of a relationship and a truce. And it was so funny because like when Shahrazad woke up and Khaled's all like, you shouldn't have done that, and she's like, I would do it again, and he's like, you will not, and she's like, I will. That's like, seriously, they have such an equal relationship where they play off each other and they don't stop each other from doing things, and they always work together, and they don't see each other as possessions. Like they just belong together so well. They just are so perfectly matched, and I just, oh, I love them so much. Another thing though with this book that really annoyed me is, even though they had to have some character deaths, I really didn't enjoy this one because we got this new character introduced called Rahman, and I really liked that Rahman and Iris's relationship was like developed in this book, and then it was like, you know, they finally were like, yes, we love each other, and then he died, and I'm just like, why do you have to ruin my relationships? I seriously, it's like, it was so annoying when you like introduce someone and you start loving them so much and then they just die, and it's like, yes, that's exactly what I wanted. Oh my god, it was so annoying. His character in the time that I got to see him, but it was just like, oh, why you ruin everything. And then another character I really enjoyed was Janelle. I'm going to say that. Janelle, his cousin to Khaled, if you don't know. I really liked his character, and it was fun too because he finally expressed his feelings for Desfina, and it was so annoying because then she ended up being this super spy that was on the other side, and it was like, I did not see that coming. That got me, and I was like, what? What is happening? No, she can't be bad. What do you mean she's bad? Why is she bad? I was so like, Abort mission. I was so not okay, but I was glad that she ended up being okay. And oh my god, her reunion with Janelle, and then they were having a baby and everything was just perfect with them. And oh my god, it was really annoying too because the Sultan of Parthia, his name's Salem, he was wanted to ruin everything and get coloured out of there, and it was annoying, but I was glad that Despina and Yasmin got him to flip over and everything was sorted out. Like, it was good that everything kind of ended up working itself out. That was also shocking too. Despina was like a princess, and it's like, you were like a maid and a spy and she seriously trumped me the whole book. Like, she got me so much and I was like, oh my god. But I loved this book so much, and I probably have been rambling on about really random things over this whole book review, but I just wanted to tell you my thoughts about the general things that I loved in this book because it was just so beautiful. Loved you so much because you're amazing. I had so much fun reading this though. I really enjoyed it, and I'm so happy. It's one of my favorite duologies, and it probably will be for a long time. But anyway guys, thanks for watching this book review. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys later. Bye!